Well, hello everyone. There has been a lot going on apparently, and I just been thinking about it because I've had a lot to do. I still have a lot to do. I have a quiz today, and it's basically what I'm doing on my computer. Reading. And I have to write something, and I have finals for next week. And then there's all this stuff going on with this yada yada yada. Individual, people, person, who the F ever. I don't understand why people gotta be like that, but that's just the way that life is sometimes. We've got to rise above it and be positive. So, putting more negative into it does not do any good. We've got to put more positive into it and be empower. Be humble. You can't achieve the positiveness with feeding into the negative. Because you're giving whoever it is power. So, that's all I got to say about it because I don't want to give any more power to it. So, I'm a firm believer in all the positivity. And I think that I need to take a little break this week. I'm going to do my Wednesday thing tomorrow because I'm going to get my stuff done today. But I think I need to take a little break of worrying so much about other people's stuff. And this whole Eric thing and all that because I've got so much stuff on my plate that I gotta do. And it's starting to irritate me, and I'm starting to lose a little bit of time and can't find things, and I can't get myself together to do things because my thoughts are everywhere. I need to be centered and together. The whole reason why I believe the way I do with the whole Eric thing is because I have to be professional. I want to work with kids, I want to work with people, and I have to be professional. And it's just a good thing to be professional. And I wasn't mad about that at all, I was just passionate. And you can believe the way that you want to, or be the way that you want to on your channel with kids or what have you with that. Because this is just me and my opinion about what I'm going to do with children and how I'm going to interact with children. Like a mother, you know, ABC family type way. So, and about rules that I said previously, and authority and all that. I didn't mean for to cause any problems with your wife or anything. That's just my belief with my kid because I have a daughter. And she can be very rebellious, and we both think like that, you know. Why does there have to be rules? Why do there have to be authority? Why does there have to be this, that, and the other? But at the same time, it's like, in order to get to, let me back up, because sometimes I get ahead of myself here. A long time ago, my daughter was upset and depressed because of school. You know, why do I have to learn all this stuff? She said, because, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with what I want to do, and you just pay money and all that stuff. Kind of like what you say, Joey. But then I told her, you can't walk in someplace without at least a college degree and say, you know, I'm here, I'm going to start at the top, and so on and so forth. You got to start at the bottom and work your way up at the top. In order to do that, even though you may think that all the stuff in school is crap, you've got to go through that line, because right now that's the way it is. There's certain ways to get there. Yeah, life is this big sim game, and it can be discouraging for those people like us to think outside the box. But at the same time, we got to teach our kids that they can think outside the box, and they can invent things that are far more advanced than we could ever imagine. But there's such a thin line. We don't want to have them end up in jail. We don't want them to be killed. We don't want them to start wars. We want them to bring peace. So it's just a long, drawn-out conversation, and it could go on forever. But that's what's so awesome about people having different points of views. No one person has to think alike. We can all think differently, and we can all have different opinions, and our altars have different opinions, and so on and so forth. You know? So, to each their own. That's what my grandma said, at least. Anyway, I've got 2,500 word papers to write next week. 2 of them, I believe. So I'm going to be pretty busy. So next week I don't think I'll be doing the Wednesday thing, unless I get done on time. And Carolyn's going to be gone. She's going to Indiana. So she decided to go. So it's going to be me and my kid here. Which is good, because Carolyn and I need a break. Because we just do. Sometimes couples need a break. So you can have time to miss each other. After you're together for such a long time, over 10 years. We've been together almost 14 years now, so after you're together for such a long time, then you know you need a break. Which is good for your relationship, because you don't need to be up each other's butt all the time. You need to have balance. So, another thing that's going on today is Mercury's in retrograde in Gemini. I believe Mars is in Gemini. And the Moon's in Gemini. So they are all in my 8th house, because I'm a Scorpio rising. So my 8th house is ruled by Gemini. And 8th house is about sex, death, regeneration, money, other people's assets, all that jazz. And also some spiritual things, I believe. But being a moon in Gemini, my emotions change constantly, so I can be a walking contradiction myself. Anyway, I can think one way about one thing and another way about another thing. And people could think I'm just freaking insane. But I'm able to see all different sides of a story or a situation and see everybody's points of view from it. And come to the conclusion that nobody's either right or wrong. They just have their own perception. You know? And I think that's cool, because it's a way to find peacefulness and like a mediation type thing, where you're trying to find a solution for everybody involved. But they say you get your moon sign from your mother, which is my mom. I never knew who the hell she was going to be when she walked through the door anyway. So, who knows? Hold on a minute. Well, I'm back again. I really don't know what else to say. I've just been going back and forth a lot, coming in and out, so all I know is I've been really on edge and irritated today. But this too shall pass, so I really do appreciate everybody coming to my hangouts and being there and subscribing, and everybody in the group being my friend and all that stuff. I think it's important that we all be friends and supportive of one another and each other's altars, and I think it's really important, because when things like this happen, when people out there in the internet world do something like this is when we need to all learn to come together. think sometimes that posting stuff shows that person, whoever it is, that that's what they want. That's a negative. Show positive. Just act like it don't friggin' affect you. Raise your chin up high, pull your bootstraps up, and be happy and be cheerful. And empower others to do the same. Anyway. I'm gonna go. If I could only learn to do that to myself most of the time, but I'm gonna just get out. Love to all. Have a happy, cheerful day. Bye-bye.